Hey everyone, so I'm recording this insert at the beginning here because I somehow forgot to mention it during the proper video, but during my trip to LA for the Knights Chronicle RWBY collaboration, Netmarble was actually kind enough to supply me with a few codes to give away to my community to help celebrate the launch of the event. These codes were also given away en masse during the RWBY panel at RTX Austin 2019. However, we soon discovered that the only people that were actually eligible for these codes were Android devices. So to all of my iOS or tablet users, these codes cannot be redeemed, so I do apologize. But for this video, 7 codes will be up for grabs in the description of this video, and each code can be redeemed for 200 crystals, which is basically the premium currency of the game that can be used for summoning heroes, buying crystals, and a bunch of other things. You can also only redeem 1 code per account, so you guys don't have to worry about somebody potentially stealing or hoarding all of the codes for themselves. But ultimately, 7 individuals will be able to win these codes for themselves that they can use once they download the game. It's 200 currency. They can use it for trying their hand to get the RWBY characters or getting some of the RWBY costumes, or using it basically for whatever they want. But overall, I just want to say good luck to the 7 individuals. Thank you again to Netmarble for giving these gifts out, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hey guys, what's up? MurderofBirds here. Welcome back to the channel, and this video is going to act as like a final cue to get the word out to anyone out there who may not know. But I'm going to be discussing my analysis, my review, my rundown, I guess kind of like an overview of the major collaboration that is going on right now between Knights Chronicle and RWBY with the Knights Chronicle RWBY collaboration event. This was something that was announced earlier this month at RTX 2019. It was a major collaboration event that was announced to kind of get people hyped and excited to see RWBY characters, Ruby, Weiss, Blake, Yang, and a special introduction for Cinder Fall in the video game. And this is kind of like my attempt to kind of showcase to you guys, for some of you who may or may not know about it, that this is a timed event. This is an event that is going on until the end of July, so you have literally less than a week to check it out if you guys haven't seen it already. Also, a quick disclaimer, this is not in any way, shape, or form sponsored, you know, or told to me to do. I have not signed anything for me to do this. I'm doing this ultimately because I want to. As many of you guys probably know, I really got into mobile gaming sometime last year, and over the last year I've kind of still been trying to find what games I like, what games I'm interested in playing, both on stream and off stream, and I've done that for a couple of games in the past, and this is one that I definitely wanted to showcase, more so than anything because RWBY is a major part of my channel. It's the heart of my channel in terms of content, and I kind of wanted to showcase and share this with you guys. So I did put out a couple of videos regarding this. This was also something that I was a big part of in terms of promoting and jumpstarting its announcement, and actually I kind of went above and beyond, and Netmarble, the developers behind the game, actually flew me out to LA to help kind of promote and spread the word of this game, which was super cool. It was my first time in LA. I'm actually working on a vlog of that as well, for those of you who didn't know. But yeah, it was my first time in LA. I was there on business, but it was still super cool to kind of be on the West Coast for the first time. I went to the Netmarble building. I was a part of their hour-and-a-half live stream talking about the game along with Vampy and another cosplayer in the community. And this was kind of like a cool thing, and I've been enjoying this game for the last 3 weeks or so. This is a limited scheduled event. It ends at the end of this month, so I kind of wanted, again, for this to be a call to action, a last cue for anyone who has not checked it out yet. I did upload a video a couple of weeks ago, kind of showcasing the collaboration video. It got about 12,000 views, so I know a decent amount of people have seen it. Hopefully those same people have checked it out. But anyways, I'm going to be kind of going through, this is going to be like a rundown or an overview of sorts, showcasing not just the collaboration itself, but the game itself, because I haven't really been someone who's been strong in the in kind of the mobile gaming space. I mainly play console games, some PC games here and there, but mobile gaming I got into in the last year. So last year was like one of the first times I got into mobile gaming. I posted one of my playthroughs of a specific mobile game on my channel. And similarly, because RWBY is the heart of my channel, obviously Knights Chronicle, the RWBY collaboration, was something that was going to catch my eye, and I've actually been thoroughly enjoying it. I have a guild already. I'm like level 50. I have like I'm making my way through the story mode, and again, I kind of wanted this to be a showcase of the game, especially if you haven't played it yourself. But anyways, enough with this introduction. I'm going to be demonstrating the game through for you guys right now. I'm actually doing it right now on my tablet. I typically play this on my phone. I recently just got a tablet, but this game is actually running on iOS, Android, as well as tablet devices. I primarily play on my phone, but I recently just got an iPad, so I kind of wanted to showcase this like on the side with the gameplay, so it's at a better resolution and a better frame rate. So again, Knights Chronicle, it is a strategic turn-based RPG. It is available, like I said, iOS, Android, as well as tablet devices. I have the game already here. Like I said, this is a brand new tablet I got a couple days ago, so I don't have any of my other typical apps. But Knights Chronicle is there. But if this is something new to you, like I said, this is a brand new experience for me. This is my first time playing Knights Chronicle, and RWBY is what got me into it. They've done a lot of other collaborations as well, but I'll get into that once we jump in. So if this is your first attempt, we can go through it together. You guys can check out the game, everything that it has to offer from my perspective, and, you know, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. So with that said, we're going to jump in. So what you would do first, if you haven't gotten the game yet, you would go into the App Store. You would type in Knights Chronicle, or just Knights, and then fill in the gap of it. And here it is right here. Knights Chronicle, 4.5 out of 5 stars for reviews. Over 3,000 reviews at that. Ages 12 and up. It has the latest updates, patch notes, reviews, so you guys can get an idea of what the game is like. But for me, I already know that I enjoy the game. I already have the game installed. So once you do that, you download the game. It's going to take a little bit of a while for you to kind of update everything along with the new update if you haven't played the game for the first time. But a cool feature and something for this collaboration that is, if you download this game and boot this game up right now for the first time, you automatically get Yang Xiaolong as a character, and you get a bunch of newbie benefits for being a first-time login. So you'll get crystals, you'll get gold, they'll give you kind of stuff to get started, and you'll get Yang, one of the 5 characters, so there's that. So let us boot this game up. Netmarble, shout out to you guys. It was great meeting you guys when I was in LA. Also, shout out, okay, so this is the title screen right here. I'm also gonna augment the audio so that way I can, you guys, it's not over my voice or anything. But here we go, logging me back in. So this is my account. This is my 28-day check-in. I'm on day 17 right now. So I get a check. You basically get a daily check-in of rewards. So if every day you log in, you get a bunch of items like gold, crystals, stuff like that. These are the daily notifications to remind you of things that are happening. Also, I'm looking down because I'm obviously looking at my tablet, but you guys can see the gameplay on the side there. So I just got rewarded 210,000 gold for my daily check-in, so that's really nice. The game does a really good job at rewarding you. Also, really quick disclaimer before we jump into anything. This is not a sponsored video. I was not asked to do this video. The extent of me kind of reaching out and kind of helping to promote the game went as far as me going to LA, helping them promote the game through their live stream events, being on their live stream as someone who's a big fan of the RWBY series and someone known in the community. And that's really it. Everything else from this point on, I'm making this video because I want to, and because it's a limited time and I want as many people to try to get these characters before they're locked away forever. So that's the initial thing. Also, really quick, shout out to Netmarble again. Like I said, I went there. This is one of their mascots. When you guys saw the title start, it was like Netmarble. That's one of their 4 mascots. I think 4 or 5 mascots. And I was on their live stream event. It was like an hour-and-a-half live stream. It was really fun. We did a spicy noodle challenge. We got to see the showcase of the game as it went live that day. And this was one of the mascots that I really liked. His name's Bob. And I loved him so much that they gave me a brand new one in plastic and everything as a souvenir and as a token of like their gratitude for me going out there and helping them promote the game and everything, which was a cool experience for me as well because it was my first time in LA. So Bob says hi, by the way, but Bob's gonna go away right now because I have a lot of work to do in terms of showcasing the ins and outs of this game because it's really fun. So this is Knights Chronicle. This is the lobby menu. This kind of has everything that you can go through, you know, with different things regarding your resources, your account level, all of these other bits and bobs of things that you can do in terms of gameplay. So I'm going to work my way from the top and scale down, and then we'll jump into the nitty-gritty of showcasing RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, and Cinder and everything. So this is going to be kind of like an overview. If you've never played Knights Chronicle, it's a free game on top of that, so you can download it right now, and we can kind of go through it together if that sounds good. So first things first, at the top left corner, the lightning bolt is the stamina. So stamina is essentially kind of the energy that goes into whatever activities you do. So if you're going into a dungeon, or if you're doing story mode, or if you're doing events, or if you're doing guild matches, you need energy. As you guys can tell from my energy, I have more energy than necessary. You always get energy when you complete tasks. So as long as you're not putting energy into something and losing that match, you'll always get stamina and you'll never really have to worry about running low. And if you do, the game gives you a lot of stamina recharge potions, and if you run through those, you can also buy them in the store. So there's that. The bottom part, the bottom heart symbol is the PAL points. So PAL points are kind of like the closest thing to rewards that you get from your friends on their friends list. If your friends use your character in their levels, or if you use your friends' characters for their, for helpers that, because there's a cool feature in the game, it's called the helper skill, and you can use one of your friends' heroes, like their leader heroes, if you're having trouble in a dungeon. You can basically cheese a dungeon if someone has a high-powered character that you don't have, or you're not that level yet. So you get PAL points, you distribute them back and forth, and then you can redeem those points for other things. Gold is a basic resource in the game. It's the basic currency. You get it like a billion different ways. There is a gold mine that you can mine for in the town section of the game. You get gold after damn near every single thing you do in this game grants you gold. As you guys saw when I logged in, I got almost 250,000 gold just for logging in. And as you guys can tell, I rack up gold a lot. I have 18 million on my account. So gold is like a basic currency that you can use to buy specific things, and just kind of use as like for leveling up your guild or leveling up specific parts of your characters. So there's that. And then the bottom part is the crystals, and that's premium currency. That's currency that you would actually spend in real world dollars for in-game currency, and that you can use for a bunch of different things, getting heroes if you don't want to farm for them, or costumes for specific characters and stuff like that. Let's see, moving on from there, we have this envelope here, and this is my inbox. This is my reward inbox, okay? So I have 113 tags in here, and this is all rewards. And like, none of this is paid for out of my own pocket. None of this. This is all earned in-game. And this is just from doing quests and doing trials and doing guild matches and like basically just farming out gold. And that's not on top of like what I already have. So for currency, I have like probably almost like 750,000 gold from just this. PAL points, like I said, you get PAL points from using the helper skill feature. So I got all these PAL points for using my friends' characters when I go into dungeons, because a lot of people that play this game are way higher level than I am, and so I kind of have good friends in high places. These are tickets that you get from doing dungeons, like Advert dungeons, EVO dungeons, and stuff like that. So these are all like resources that you can use for crafting better characters or for leveling up characters. And then these are miscellaneous that you kind of get from the lottery or from daily events and stuff like that. So that's my inbox. This text bubble here is the chat. So you have all chat. So right now I'm in the English 7 channel, and there's 1,000 channels. So you can pick a specific channel, and these are all random players who are all just kind of communicating with each other in channel 7. And then I have my guild chat. So I have a guild that I've created. I'll showcase that to you guys in a bit, but I can actually talk with my own community right now. I'm making a video right now. So if anybody is on and they see this notification, they'll check this out and they'll probably comment if they know that right now, especially I'm making a video. There's a bunch of other things here too. There are achievements, so you have daily events, weekly events, monthly events, and then challenges as well as overall events. Right now I have a couple of challenges that I'm gonna redeem. So this redemption right here, I get 10 crystals, 50k gold, 100 crystals, 1,000 enhanced stones, and I get an enhancemon, which these guys kind of help you with leveling up your characters to get them to do more damage, or just have like overall just be higher level than when you first get them. Let's see, Notice gives you advice for community events, so it brings you to the community forums. You can check up on patch notes or what's going on with the community right now. So that's the community forums there. It gives you ideas on events, so what you guys can do in terms of like events and what drops and stuff like that. And then Planet News is like for your own personal tasks. So I have to go to my producing mines and get my daily gold, or my gold that kind of racks up every 3 hours or so. So there's that. Lena TV is interesting because it basically gives you free gear or free resources for watching ads. So you can opt in like, I want 40,000 gold for watching an ad. You'll get that, and then you'll do it again, and you can get more gold or more stamina, or you can get you can get the mons that give you XP for your characters to rank them up. and then at the end of all of this, you'll get a bonus 10 crystals, so there's that as well. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention is the rank. So at the top, if you click your rank, I'm rank 51. It shows your rank, it shows your username and your user ID, as well as the guild and whatever current currency, the amount of crystal currency you have. So if you wanted to, for example, add me, you would use my username, which is MurderofBird, because there's not enough characters for the S, and then the tag, which is kind of something that Discord does, so you can use the tag as well to find me specifically, just in case. I think that basically means that other people can have the same name as you, but your tag is, like your hashtag and the 5-digit ID is unique to you and you alone. So I think that's pretty neat. So from there, let's see what we can go into. So we have challenges. So these challenges range from a bunch of different things: special dungeons, epic dungeons. The special dungeon is what we're going to focus on, and that's where the RWBY collaboration dungeon comes from, with Cinder being one of the bosses. But these are all different adverts. They unlock at different intervals at specific levels. So I just hit level 50, and I think I just unlocked the boss dungeon. But these are basically different challenges and events that you can do for gold, for crystals, for rank ups and stuff like that. Adventure, this is essentially the story mode. I'm on the 8th stage right now, actually, but since the game came out, I remember the night this game came out, like the night they announced this collaboration, because it was announced at RTX, and then on the 11th, the RWBY event started. I downloaded this game, and I blitzed through like the first 3 stages in the first night that I played. Like, I was literally addicted. I was like level 20 already. I had a guild created. I had people already adding me. I was going through everything. It was really, really fun. So this is the story mode right here. It takes place with the main character of Knight's Chronicle, Theo, along with Leona and Lydia, his kind of partners. And you kind of have to go through like this entire world. There's a story that forms. There's a bunch of unique characters and boss fights and stuff like that, and environment and stages and stuff. So I'm on rank 8. I'm on stage 8 right now out of seemingly 13, unless anything else pops up. So, and then PvP, typical, you verse other players' teams, and you verse other players' guilds. So guild battles and arena as well. So we have town, hero, summon, social, shop, and codex. So the town, this is kind of like my own little hub. So when you first start this game, this is a patch of land that's given to the main character, Theo. And it starts off as a level 1 town hall. So in the back there, my town hall is level 7. It's about to be level 7 pretty soon. But it's level 1, and most of this stuff is locked. You have to basically, have to just rank this up by leveling up your overall rank. And then this kind of opens up a lot of opportunities for you to get rewards, for you to get gold, and just resources at the end of the day. So this is basically everything. I have everything unlocked. I'm about to unlock the Goddess Falls right now. That's rank 7. So you come here, and like I mentioned, I have a gold production rate. So my mine's at level 4, and every 3 hours, I get 75,600 gold. Boom, automatically. Every 3 hours, and you can do this up to 8 hours a day. So that's where most of the gold you see there is accumulated from, is from my mines. So overall, and then you have like all of these notifications here. So starting off, let's go to my guild. So, so there's my daily guild check-in for today. So I have the Stark Guild, STRQ. Basically, that's RWBY acronyms for Summer Rose, Taiyang Xiaolong, Raven Bronwyn, and Crow Bronwyn. When I started the game and when I was making my guild, someone actually already had the RWBY guild name, like RWBY, so I was like, I'll go for the next best thing. Team Stark, why not? And so I have Team Stark here. It's already rank 11. I have a lot of active members, so this is kind of like the current standings. I'm bronze 3 in terms of rank, but I don't do a lot of ranked matches because everybody in this game is like infinitely better than me. Rank 11 overall. And we kind of have some guild skills here that I've been ranking up as well that are all level 5, and then I have a little notice here, keep moving forward, obviously dedicated to Montiome. But here we have my members. One thing that I'm a little upset about is that the guild members only goes up to 30. I put out my guild when I made it. I told people, I was like, hey, I'm in Team Stark, and I got bombarded with people wanting to join. But I have no room left. Most of these players I know personally, and most of them play daily. What I'm thinking about doing is kind of going through like a trial process, like waiting maybe like another week or 2, and as I see people become inactive, I'll shuffle them out for more active members. So if you guys still do want to join, be sure to add me. Be sure to join the, like, send a request to the guild. I still have a lot of them right now that I have to look through, at least for applicants. These are all applicants, people who want to join the guild, and I gotta be, I basically have to be picky about who I allow in, just because there's only so many people I can add. So don't take it personally if you don't join. It's just literally I have to pick and choose. And most of the people that are in here are people that are in my Discord server, or personal or close friends of mine, or even people that play very actively. So it shows the details of your guild: Team Stark, rank 11. I'm the lead. I'm the guild leader. It shows your guild gold. Basically you have to donate gold and do weekly challenge. So everyone in your guild has to contribute XP and gold for you to rank up your guild as a whole. So that's kind of what the whole process is there. I have 29 out of 30 members. I've contributed 27 million gold to my guild, and like a bunch of other people have too. Nat has donated 5 million. My friend Jackson Yu donated 5 million. Phantom with 2 million. And so everyone kind of contributes. Did you 999 10 million? You're a gamer. And then we have guild missions as well. So these refresh and reset every day. So, and these are the XP points that would go into your guild for you to then be able to upgrade it. So I actually have 2 mission rewards from my guild. So I have an essence ticket, I got gold, and then I have more gold. So I just got like 300,000 gold off of that, and a marvelous rainbow mon, which gives you a lot of XP when leveling up your characters. So we got that, and then the combat guild, that's everything there is fine. So I'm gonna upgrade my guild right now. I can actually do that now. So I'm gonna go back in, and you click level up available. So at this point, I need 20 million gold to level up 1 level now. Before, when it first started, it was obviously a lot simpler. It was like 1,000 gold to level up, and now it's 20 million plus, and it only increases. So on video right now, boom, level 12. So now I can get all the way up to plus 12, level 12 for my attack, defense, HP, and critical strike damage. So level 12 has been achieved. I really hope they add an update. Netmarble, if you're watching this, please add an update for more members. Like, the level cap, I think, caps off at level 10, or like, I think even sooner than that. And level 30 is the cap right now. If you at least upgrade that to max 100. Right now, I think 50 would be a nice upgrade, especially post, post event, or if you do future collaborations. But 30 is pretty minimal for guilds. Like, I don't know, that's just me. But anyway, so we just leveled up to level 12. Now we need, how much gold do we need to rank up now? Well, first off, we need XP, so I don't even think the amount of money we need matters, because we have to get XP for the guild. So I'll come back to that later. So that's a little bit of the guild. Let's see, I have some notifications here, so we're gonna go to the PAL point. So this is what you redeem your PAL points for. If you use your character, if you use your teammates' characters in fights, and if your teammates if your friends use your characters in their battles, and you use your friends' characters in their battles, you'll get PAL points, and then you can hit the roulette. You can basically get free stuff as the day goes on, and that's a daily mission actually, so it kind of pays for you to do this every day. So I just got Fire Essence, and now I also completed the daily, so I'll get another 20k gold and an insignia ticket. So that's one down. The PAL Lotto is very similar. It's only 50 tickets. I'm sorry, it's only 50 PAL points instead of 100, and this is just a random lottery scratch off. Look at that, another 17,000 gold. So that's completed. The conquest board, it's essentially the closest thing to a command board. You have daily missions on the board. You send your team, you send your whatever particular characters you want into the mission, and if the rate is high enough, you'll complete that mission. So these I put in yesterday, and they're completed today. So I get 20k gold on that one, and then I get a bunch of tickets for that one. So once I hit level 60, I'll unlock the next one, and then level 100 will be the last one. So Vaden's Forest, right now all of my RWBY characters can kind of go in solo, so Yang can deal with this one by herself. The conquest power, the conquest combat power is 1500, she's 5500. So this gives you up to 2 characters, but Yang can do this by herself, so she's gonna go in solo. And if you add your teammate, if you add your people on your friends list, their heroes, it reduces the time. So right now, the completion time is 1 hour, but if I fill these with 5 people on my friends list, it doesn't matter who, it reduces to half an hour. And this is half an hour in real time. So Sakura's Nest is another one, so we're gonna fight the dragon. Weiss is my strongest character, level 58, so she's gonna go in. I add another 5 of my friend's characters, and it reduces by half an hour. So instead of 2.5 hours, it's 2 hours. So that'll bake, that'll sit. I'll come back to that later. And then it's basically passive income that you're getting as long as the characters can complete the mission. So that's the conquest board. You have the secret shop as well, which every day this randomizes and changes. You can submit gold, and I can just outright buy. So I'm gonna buy Ronin, for example, and I just outright buy this character, and now he's mine. So there's that. And if I want, I can pay 50k gold. You can only do this once a day. You can pay 50k to refresh the rate. Oh, I already did that. I did it yesterday. I think there's a timer that I have to wait. Yeah, so I gotta wait an hour before I can do that again because I refreshed the timer yesterday. So there's that. So that's the shop. We did the roulette, we did the chance, the heroic windmill. This is what you use if you want to transfer essence to level up your characters instead of using characters, because you have to use other characters they basically siphon and turn into XP for whatever characters you're trying to level up. The laboratory is used to exchange resources into whatever resource you're looking for or whatever resource you need. And my town hall is about to upgrade. So right now, I'm gonna upgrade my mines. I'm gonna use the gold right now. So I'm gonna upgrade my mines. So now my mines are rank 5, and I get 88,200 gold every 3 hours. And now I can finally get the goddess fountain, or rather the goddess falls, for 1,000,000 gold. I don't know what this does. I think you use gold. Yeah, so you can use gold to summon heroes instead of... Oh, wow, I can upgrade it again. Oh, that's 3 million. That's a lot. Holy shit, that's a lot. Let's do it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. All right, so yeah, I doubled that one right there. So the windmill leveled up to 6 as well. So this can't be up. Okay, so we have the max town hall. We have the max heroic windmill. And now for the falls and the mines, I have to reach level 55, which I can do that later today. I actually don't know what the goddess fall does. I've never done that before. So let's see. Summon heroes to join your adventures. Level 4-star heroes available. All right, let's check it out. Summon a hero. So this is the gacha. This is what you would normally see in the store, or if you hit the free gacha, or if you use crystals, or if you use the RWBY tickets to get characters. So this is how the characters would come to be. And so we got Kiro. All right, so we can do this 5 times a day, it seems, for 300,000 a pop. So you guys kind of get the idea. I'll do the rest of that off stream because I feel like I'm rambling. I know this is an overview, and I'm trying to be as thorough as possible. But yeah, I just don't want to ramble too much. And as a quick overall for this hero section as a whole, this is basically where you go to kind of manage all the characters that you own. You can make any amount of teams that you want, up to 5 unique teams that you can kind of keep tabs on for either if you're playing the story mode or online or PvP. You can level up, you can evolve, you can enhance your heroes, you can buy costumes, you can switch out costumes, you can even sell your heroes here that you can kind of make a profit on. So there's that. But anyways, going into here, I'm going to show you guys each of the RWBY characters individually. So let's start with Ruby Rose. So Ruby here, this is the one that I have, so it doesn't necessarily show you the one that you get from the start, but this one I have in the Beacon Academy outfit because I actually bought all of the costumes for Team RWBY, and the costumes aren't just for cosmetics. They actually give you a slight boost in your base stats, so they actually give you a slight buff to the character. So this is RWBY that I have here. I think we can, yeah, so here we are. We have RWBY, and then these are her 3 attacks, her S1, her S2, and then the S3s always have like this cool little cinematic flair to them. And each of these attacks are also based somewhat on a moment like within the RWBY storyline. So that move that RWBY just did there was the move that she used against the Berengal Grim in Volume 4 during the character short. So that was RWBY. So let's go to the Ice Queen Weiss. That's her S1. It's a thrusting attack with her rapier. This move here is a move that she did in her trailer. And then this third one is just her armor summon. So she summons the Armor Gigas, which we've seen frequently in, for example, Volume 5. So we got that one for her. And all of these characters also excel in their own department. So RWBY excels at critical strikes and critical strike damage. Weiss and Blake excel at multi-hit attacks. Though Weiss's is based on her glyphs, Blake is based on her shadows. So those 2 passive abilities have their own unique effects. And Yang is based on, Yang's is actually based on like her counter stance. So the more damage she takes, she's able to dish it back with countering. and kind of taunting her enemies. So we have Blake here. This is her level 1, which is pretty cool. You can see the shadow clone for that. This move is actually a move that she used in the volume volume 1 Black trailer with Adam. And then this one here is the animation sequence that she did with the haste glyph like buff from Weiss during the mech fight with Torchwick in volume 2. And then Yang's finally coming around to her. You automatically get her, so this one is probably the one that's going to be relevant to most people who have played this so far. But Yang's also in her beacon outfit, so she has a random jab attack. She's got like a double jab uppercut. And then this one here, I think this is kind of like a more animation style version of what she did with Adam, like that punch that like the rocks come up in volume 6. So that's kind of like a volume 6 reference. And then we also have Cinder Fall, which is my last character of choice here. So this is her S1. Her S2 is actually her Fall Maiden buff. And then this is the move that she did against Raven in the volume 5 fight, which was pretty cool. And the fact that it's in the Vault of the Spring Maiden is pretty cool, because I think that's a really beautiful location more than anything for the dungeon. Another thing too, really quick, and this is a shout out. So if you have RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, Cinder, you want to get the most out of them as a team or as individual characters, there is actually a YouTube channel that I've actually used to kind of figure out these characters for myself on YouTube called The Casino. This guy is really well known for a lot of mobile gaming strategies and guides, and he's actually done an individual in-depth guide for RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, and Cinder, their strengths, their weaknesses, their synergies, what runes to build with them, and everything else like that. And he's actually helped me out a great deal with me getting into this game for the first time, not really knowing how to build my characters, and his videos are a massive help. So if any of you guys have jumped into this collaboration since it's happened, or if you're getting into it now for the last few days of the event and you need a way to try to find out how to get the most out of the RWBY girls and Cinder, I highly recommend the Casino, and let them know MurderofBirds sent you. But anyways, with all that said, I do have something that I want to upgrade here for Weiss. So limit breaks are what allow you to kind of exceed level 50 for a character, and as you guys can tell, Weiss is the one that I'm focusing on the most. Level 60 is the max level for characters if I'm not mistaken, so I'm actually going to upgrade Weiss's on stream here. So I'm going to use these 2 mons, and then we're going to limit break, because limits were meant to be broken. So there we go, boom! Limit break successful. Weiss now can upgrade to max level 60. And then if I come here to level up, then I can use some of these mons to give her some XP, but it's gonna take a while for me to get her to level 60. So I just kind of wanted to showcase that for you guys. And then after that, you can start enhancing your heroes and then having them exceed their limits even further with awakenings and stuff like that. And really quick, there are also other things here like runes that you equip to heroes, badges do the same kind of thing, and then these are general items that you kind of need, insignias, essences, tickets, and stuff like that to kind of augment and keep tabs on what items you have as you're playing through. The next tab here we have is basically your friends list. So this is your friends list. This is where you would go to kind of redeem your PAL points. So if I do this, I can get 245 PAL points, which I'm going to redeem here, which is another daily sharing is caring. So I use that. I get another 20,000 gold and 200 enhanced stones. So we got that. And this is basically your friends list, the recommended list of friends that it kind of recommends based on the friends of friends that you have. You can have a max of 50 friends on your friends list, and then these are recent people who have sent me friend requests. So Neville, I'll add you for now, buddy. And yeah, so there's that. And then the other social one is your guild, which then it just brings you back to the guild board where we were at before. The summons, this is where you would go for the RWBY characters. I will come back to that in 1 second. The shop is obviously for all the microtransactions and things that you want to buy beyond what you're just able to get within a day or within grinding moments. So this is where you would spend real world money to kind of convert to get gold or crystals or runes or essences and stuff like that. And then the codex is essentially your collection of all the stuff that you collect as you play through. All the heroes, their respective factions and stuff like that. This is where the collaborations would be. So in general, Knights Chronicle has done collaborations with other popular anime series. Full Metal Alchemist here, they've had Edward Elric, Alphonse Elric, Roy Mustang, Riza Hawkeye, Lust, and Ling Yao, which is pretty cool. I'm really upset that I missed this one because Full Metal Alchemist is my second favorite anime of all time, with Hunter x Hunter being my favorite if you didn't know. Fairy Tail is another big one. Natsu Dragoneel, a friend of mine actually has Natsu. My friend Justin has Natsu, and Natsu is what helped me cheese my way through the RWBY Advert dungeon when I first downloaded the game, because my characters were way underpowered for that. So my friends Natsu just helped me get through. So they have Natsu, Gray, Urza, Wendy, and Lucy from Fairy Tail. They have the different yokais from Yokai Watch, and then obviously they have the recent RWBY collaboration, RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. The only reason why this Weiss and Blake here are crossed out, or faded out rather, is because you would want to get them at level 4, because then it maximizes the amount of crystals you can get by the time you get them to rank 6. And for some reason it does count 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star in the entire collaboration. So even though I have RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, for those of you out there who might have OCD, this might be a little bit of an issue if you even want to get the 4 stars, even if you have all the girls already. So there's that. And backing over to the summons, this is where you would go if you wanted to try your hand at pulling Weiss, RWBY, Weiss, Blake, or Yang from the gacha. So like I mentioned, you already get Yang when you boot up the game. Like if you boot up the game right now, you will get Yang for free. And if you beat the Advert dungeon, you automatically get Cinder for free as well. So really, you're kind of fighting for Weiss, RWBY, and Blake. And then each one of these is different. So these top ones here for RWBY and Blake, this one you would be able to pull 11 characters from the gacha at the cost of 200 crystals. The same thing would be for Weiss and Yang as well, 200 for 11 pulls. This one here, the RWBY event ticket summon, this is what you would use if you were farming through the RWBY Advert dungeon, which is probably the most optimal way if you don't want to dish out a lot of money to try, or if you run out of crystals or anything like that. I have enough, so we will be trying that in due time, and I do have a bit of crystals, so I can basically show you guys what to expect when that comes about. Another cool thing too is that you get 1 free hero a day. So if you go to the summon and you go all the way to the bottom, it says free draw. So if you come here, you hit free draw, it'll give you 1 free hero that you can pull from the gacha every day. It's completely random. I believe it's either a 4-star or higher, but it's a different rarity. So it can either be an R, an SR, or an SSR. This one we got an SR. Chef Lonin. So we got the Chef Meister over here. So we got him, and we got a reward for the overall event. So Protect Delcart event is going on right now, so I'll contribute to that. Boom. And there we go. We got a reward. I've been doing this every day, so we just reached the first threshold, which is cool. So, let's pull from the gacha really quick. I'm going to do it from the RWBY ticket one because this one helps us get RWBY, Weiss, Blake, or Yang, whereas the other ones, there's a higher chance of getting one of the two. I'm sorry, two out of 4 of them. So let's try this one. I'm going to submit 120 RWBY tickets. I have 204 right now, and we'll see what we get. All right, big money, big money, big money. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Give me an SSR. Yikes. Come on, big money, big money, big money. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. We need an SSR. I don't think we're gonna get it. Unfortunate. And we didn't get any. Unfortunate. 120 tickets, so it doesn't guarantee it, but again, the rate of getting RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang is higher if you do the RWBY or Blake banner or the Weiss and Yang banner, so just keep that in mind. All right, so I'm gonna try my hands at a Weiss or a Yang. Wish me luck. All right, here we go. Big money, big money, big money. No whammy. Give me an SSR, please. I already have all the characters, but who knows? Okay, we got Alfred. All right, next one. Come on. Come on. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we're getting them. All right, let's just, and if you want, you can just skip it and it'll give you all of them. So these are all the ones that I just got here. Let us try once again. And again, these crystals are dedicated to kind of showing you how the gacha works. So if anything, I already have all the RWBY girls. I don't know if I'm pretty sure they'll give you duplicates even if you don't, Oh, Theo, this is the main character of the game. Nice. All right, come on. Big money, big money, big money. No whammy. Come on, give me an SSR. SSR. Ooh, maybe. Come on. Let it be a RWBY girl. Please. Hey, we got her. Nice. Oh, it is the 4-star, the one that I wanted. Yo, let's go. Nice. We got Weiss. SSR, best girl. Also, really quick, And I'm gonna put out a quick disclaimer because I've seen what I'm doing right now a million other times go badly in the event of something like a gacha system or a loot system. These were not augmented. This right here, there was no increased chance because I'm a content creator or anything. This was pulled from myself, and mind you, right, I tried multiple times. So if you guys can see my crystals here, I've done multiple runs to try to get a RWBY character on video, and we actually got Weiss. It took a while, but I ended up getting her. Oh, that's so good. Anna was the 4-star that I needed, so let's switch the banner really quick. And fingers crossed that we get a 4-star Blake in the next 2 pulls. So let's try that. Oh my god, I can't believe that actually happened. Holy snap, that's crazy. All right, come on, big money, big money. I'm believing in you. Okay, that's not gonna get, okay, we're not gonna get that one, this one. All right, let's skip that. All right, one last try. One last try. Let's see if we get it. I'm still happy that we got the Weiss one, you know what I mean? I was not expecting either one. Oh, please, Blake, I'll be so upset if it's RWBY. Please give me 4-star Blake, 4-star. I mean, it's an animal. It's a dog instead of a cat, but I'll take it. Hey, it is what it is. I have all the girls already. I'm not super crazy about having my codex 100% filled. And we got best girl Weiss, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so from here, let's actually jump into the RWBY Advert dungeon. I'll show you guys how it works. I'll show you guys all the characters in action, and we'll wrap up this video. So if you made it this far in the video, I do appreciate you guys for sticking through with my ramblings and my overall deep overview analysis of the entirety of the game, especially for those of you who are going to be checking it out for the first time. Like I said, I started playing this game 3 weeks ago. I feel very knowledgeable to an extent of the overview of the game, what you get into, what you're in it for, and stuff like that. And obviously the RWBY characters are what pulled me in, but I think I'm going to be playing this long after the fact just because it is a really fun game. And I really hope that they do other collaborations, or if they do another RWBY collaboration, because there's so many other RWBY characters. Maybe if they do one on Team Juniper in the future, I think that'd be pretty cool. But anyways, to wrap up this video, we're going to go through 2 rounds of the RWBY Advert dungeon for the RWBY collaboration event. So we're going to come back here to the lobby. We're going to go to events. We're going to go to special dungeon. And we're going to go to Advert, and it's right there. So Cinder Fall is the boss for this Advert dungeon. You get 3 attempts if you achieve those attempts. So if you beat the attempts, you get 3 tries to kind of stack and farm for RWBY tickets, as well as Cinder Fall character drops. So like I said, you usually automatically get her once you beat the dungeon, and then any other time after that you have a chance of getting multiple ones. And I have like 7 or 8 cinders in my inventory. So it's recommended that you have level 50 characters, but like I mentioned before, the helper skill feature is really, really useful. Like I said, and I'll show you guys right out the bat right here. So Cinder is the final boss. You fight a couple of Grimm. You fight this really cool collaboration boss that's featured in there as well. So I'm gonna run you guys through it. It's the Cinder Fall Advert RWBY collaboration. It's a 4-star difficulty, so it's not 5 stars, but it's not necessarily easy. I'm gonna make it look incredibly easy because we're gonna do the hard run, and then we're gonna do the annihilation run. So the hard run is level 50. All of my characters are that level with the exception of Weiss, who's level 58, so it's gonna go by like that. But the level 60 is gonna be difficult because I don't own any level 60 characters, so I'm gonna actually borrow a hero from one of my people on my friends list to help me out with this dungeon. So as usual, we're gonna have RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, and Cinder. I'm just gonna kind of do this to showcase the overall dungeon itself. So I'm actually gonna use a character on my friends list who I don't actually have, and I'll probably do a collaborate. So I'll pick up Silver Dawn's Urza Scarlet, which is a character from Fairy Tail. So like I mentioned before, my friend Justin has Natsu Dragneel, and my friend Justin's been playing this game for a long time. His character rank is like 140, 150. His Natsu's max stats, max level, and all that stuff. And his Natsu basically one-shot everyone in this dungeon. When I started the game, all I had was Yang and some basic characters from the story: Theo, Lydia, Leona, Rebecca, and then I used the helper skill, and basically my friend's character was able to cheese an entire run for me. You can only use one of your helper list leaders once, like every 2 or 3 hours, so you don't basically spam it with one person. But I have a lot of people on my friends list with max characters, so their characters were actually able to help me out. And in the same vein, if you know someone who plays this game, or if you make friends with someone who has higher characters than you, You can cheese these dungeons too if you want to get Cinder, or if you want to get Ruby tickets, or if you want to get, you know, if you want to have a better shot of trying to get all these characters as soon as possible. So I'm going to run Silver Dawn's Urza Scarlet, just to show you guys a different character other than the RWBY girls, and we'll jump into it. Alrighty, so this is the story mode. There is a unique story here, tying in the RWBY universe with the Knights Chronicle universe. It has to do with the Vault of the Spring Maiden. It has to do with Cinder herself. They make light references of Remnant and Atlas and all that other stuff, the Grimm. I will be skipping this though, just because it is a unique story. I don't want to spoil it here. So if you guys have the game, or if you guys want to check it out for yourself, it's a free download. Even if you want to download it just to kind of get the cutscenes, you guys can do that. But I'm not going to spoil it here. I've already seen it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting to kind of just see all these characters, read the text out and stuff like that. So, so yeah, I'll just leave it out as that. But let's jump into this. So we have a Deathstalker, and these Deathstalkers are actually a little interesting. Another cool factor is that not only does, so Weiss's leader skill, so every character in the game has a leader skill, and Weiss's leader skill is if Ruby's in her party, she gives everybody, I think, a 20% chance of multi-strike chance. So characters will be able to have a higher chance of hitting more than once per turn. And she has another unique ability that kind of gives a buff to everyone on her team. So you guys see those swirls and sparkles for the RWBY girls. That's because of Weiss. And she's my party leader, so everyone in my party that her ability applies to gets her buff. But also, if you have a helper, from like one of your friends, their buff also applies to the team as well. I don't know what Urza's is, but that's just something to mention. So in some cases, I'll typically get a RWBY character that somebody has, because then it'll be like a double Weiss buff or a double Yang buff if Yang and Weiss are. So basically, you're getting two leader buffs for your entire team. But anyways, let's do this. So I'm just gonna go big right now, because this advert is gonna go by like that, because she's level 58. All of my characters level 50. So when the Deathstalker dies, it makes like little baby versions of it. So there's that. Ruby's gonna get her chance to shine as well, and I'm gonna do all of like their big boss moves right now, or their S3 moves, just because it's their strongest ones. It's the most flashiest. It looks the coolest, I think. And yeah. So actually, Yang, I think I'll just have Yang knock that one out. Urza as well. I don't really know what, I know Urza's from Fairy Tail, and she's like a pretty badass, you know, one of the main characters. But I don't really know what she does aside from the fact that I picked her because she's really high level and she's a collab boss. But anyways, this is the collaboration boss. It's a Grim Chimera, which is pretty cool. So Weiss here, I'm gonna get this move up. Wow! Oh yeah, well, Weiss is level 58. Weiss literally just one-shot that boss. So this cutscene is what introduces Cinder. Here she is, Cinder Fall. She is the main Advert boss for this dungeon. And for the rest of this fight, I think we're just literally gonna like body her. Yang's gonna get this move off here. And Cinder actually has a pretty cool passive. One of her ability, yeah, her passive ability is like she has Fall Maiden powers. So if she dies, she resurrects full health, and she gets to attack right after that. So this is like a guaranteed right here. Which is pretty cool as well. So all the characters managed to pull off all of their big, fancy schmancy attacks. And I think this, yeah, and this advert is done. I made it look easier than what it actually is. And then there is an ending sequence too. The Vault of the Maiden door opens. Some cool stuff happens, but I will leave that to you guys because I don't want to be a spoiler. So you do that. You get a bunch of tickets. You get some PAL points for using your friend's heroes. So we just got 5 RWBY tickets. And you need 12 to pull from the gacha for one character, 120 to pull 11 characters. So you can keep farming this as many times as you want. We didn't get a Cinder card, but that's fine, because I already have like a shit ton of Cinders in my on my account. So we're gonna run this back. All right, we're gonna run this back on Annihilation, and this is the one that I'm gonna be sweating because I've actually died a few times on Annihilation difficulty, and I like running Yang because Yang's leader or helper ability is that light and wind allies get plus 40, increase their attack by 40%. So that applies to RWBY because RWBY's a wind type, and it also applies to Yang because Yang herself is a wind type. And you can have an entire team of just Weises or just Yangs or just RWBYs if you want. So this will apply both to, so RWBY will get 40% buff, and my Yang will also get a 40% buff. So, and then this mentions like, hey, you're a bit under leveled, you might want to level up for this. I've beaten this dungeon with this team before. I just hope I don't die on video because this is kind of the whole point of it. I'm showcasing it for you guys. All right, so this is also going to be a very, patient matchup because it's not, like I said, like this guy has a lot of tenacity, and I don't want to screw this up. I don't want to look like a dang fool on video for you guys. All right, so both Yangs are in their counter stance, and when you're in counter stance, it basically means if you get hit, there's a chance for you to return the damage back. So it's basically like her semblance. Blake has a pretty cool ability where, or a passive rather, where if she gets hit and she has a clone on her, her clone will take the hit for her. So a lot of their abilities are based on their semblances for that kind of added effect. So we defeated that one. These two are spawned, but then when these two die, two more will spawn from them. So it's an extra added, it's an added tier. Also, every RWBY character has the chance of hitting multiple targets. I use most of their attacks. So like right now, so if I pick this middle one right here, this attack will hit all three of them in a row. So you can basically, and then she got the multi-strike chance off too because she has a clone on her. Yep, and see, look at that. The clone just took the hit, so that's why she didn't get hit there. There's a lot of strategy to this, and like I said again, I will highlight the Cashino's YouTube channel because he does a very in-depth, comprehensive breakdown for RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, and Cinder, their synergy, their strengths, their weaknesses, what runes to build with them, what skills of theirs to level up first. And his videos really helped me figure out how these characters work, because even though I love RWBY, I didn't really know that much about the Knights Chronicle system and how, what goes well with what, and all of their abilities are very intricate. They complement each other, like Weiss complements RWBY, Yang complements RWBY, RWBY complements a lot of her other teammates, and I think it kind of falls in line with the show itself, right? Like RWBY and Weiss are teammates, RWBY and Yang are sisters, so the buffs complement that relationship for them too. And then look at that, Yang right there is cleaning up house. I gotta be a little careful though, because the shield under their health, that's actually their aura, which is the main reason why their health isn't getting deducted. But if their health gets deducted, they literally just die in 2 hits. So their aura is what keeps them alive for the most part. And after every battle, their health and their aura replenishes. So thankfully, otherwise I'd be sweating, I'd be in trouble. All right, so now we have the boss. 9 times out of 10, I tried to use Yang as my trump card, mainly because of the counterattacks. The counterattacks are what do most of the damage, and you get free damage because it doesn't cost a turn, it doesn't cost cooldown time. So at the end of the day, most of what you put out for Yang especially is ultimately free damage, and that's why I opted to get another level 60 Yang to kind of help with this Advert dungeon in particular. So the rest of this is just going to be him hitting me, and then hopefully them returning the damage back. And we got another multi-strike chance. This move is annoying. This move has a chance to poison. And I think I don't know if the poison look at that, one shot, get out of here. I don't know if the poison carries over. Cinder is gonna be a problem though, because Cinder so she starts off with 2 of the Deathstalkers, and then these Deathstalkers spawn other ones when they die. But then when Cinder revives, if she revives, because Weiss has a chance to negate resurrection, which is basically what her immortality allows her to do. It allows her to come back to life. She'll spawn more on the second phase, so I just have to reserve most of my high-powered moves until the end here. All right, so Blake blocked that. That's good. Also, you also have to kind of gauge and make the best options based on, is it wise to go for the minions, or is it wiser to just go for the boss? Because if you kill the boss, the entire wave is done. It's over. Like, if I can defeat Cinder, it's over. But then I'll just be getting hit by all these other enemies. So I opt to, at least for the first wave, I opt to take out the little minions just so they don't bother me down the road. So I'll deal with that. And then, see, that's Yang's multi-hit ability. That hits multiple targets. All right, so now we can just deal with Cinder, at least for the first phase. This is phase 1. I just hope that she doesn't kill any of my heroes, because Blake has half aura left. Yang's looking pretty good right now. Yang is kind of like my tank. She's the one that I feel dishes out the most damage with the exception of Weiss. And look at that, it's free hitbacks, you know? Now, so I don't know why I did that, because if this doesn't kill her, she's gonna get full resurrection. Yeah, it didn't kill her. Yep, boom, full resurrection, two Deathstalkers, and she gets to do her S3. Oh boy. So this is the point where I try to just go all in on the boss, because now she has minions, and those minions, when they die, spawn more minions. So if I can just take out Cinder, I won't have to worry about it. Also, this is where I start sweating. So I start sweating too, because I'm gonna be taking so much damage, and if they break your aura, you literally die. And characters like RWBY, who's getting targeted right now, is the weakest. So, oh, and we won. Counterattack for the win. I swear to God, Yang is like the best character because of her counter stance and her counter strikes. And if you put like taunting runes, where she like antagonizes the enemies to attack her, that only further increases your chances of getting counterattacks. And we leveled up to 52. Sweet. So again, we got some more PAL points. Thank you, Drunkle Crow. Appreciate you, buddy. We got some more tickets. This time we got 9 RWBY tickets, so we can pull from the gacha one more time for the RWBY ticket spin. And then we got a couple of daily missions completed too. 20k gold, another 20k gold. And yeah, that's basically, I think I just wrapped up the entire mobile gaming experience in a nutshell. Personally, for me, Team RWBY is what got me into this game, and it's what's keeping me around. And now that I have all the RWBY girls, I see myself playing this game long beyond the collaboration, just because I know I'll have my RWBY girls with me. I'll have RWBY, I'll have Weiss, I'll have Blake, I'll have Yang, I'll have Cinder, I'll have my friends help with those characters as well for as long as they play and maintain as well, which is pretty cool. And like I said, the idea of a future collaboration with like Team Sun or Team Juniper or Team Stark, you know, because there's so many diverse RWBY characters, and I think this is an overall successful collaboration. Like I said, I put out a video a couple weeks ago kind of giving the overall announcement. 12,000 people saw it and checked it out. Hopefully they also called to action and downloaded the game. And this is kind of like, again, like I mentioned at the beginning, my last kind of cue, my last hoorah to kind of spread awareness and let people know about this game if they didn't know about it already. Lastly, the last thing I'm going to do, so we got a bunch of new heroes here. We got some new items. I am going to redeem all of my rewards. So I have 13,380,000 gold. So I'm going to pull all of my currency and see how much that jumps by. Boom. Wow, 1 million. Received all rewards, 1 million gold. Wow, just sitting in there. So now we have the PAL points, 65 PAL points. This one's probably going to be, I don't know if I'll be able to pull all this. I don't know if I have enough inventory space. Yeah, so these, I'm going to pull all of these as well. These are automatic, legitimate, like free rewards that the game gives you for all of the different stuff that you do. I think this is an SSR as well. So this is a random, one of the random characters pulled from the gacha. We have Amon. He looks pretty badass. So we got Amon, and then we have 2 more others, but I'll leave those for later, and then I'll redeem the rest of these items as well. And I think that is everything. I think that, wow, we got 50 plus new heroes. Holy goodness. I only have 6 slots left in my hero slots, so that's a lot of stuff that I'll mainly just use to level up or to evolve or to awaken my heroes. Weiss especially, because I just got her to 58. She's about to hit max level for my main heroes here. But yeah, that is everything, guys. I definitely want to say again, thank you guys all so much for tuning into this video, for checking it out. If you have not played the RWBY and Knights Chronicle collaboration, definitely something that you should check out. Like I said, it only lasts until the end of the month, the end of July, so I believe June 31st would be the last day. If you boot up the game right now, if you've never played before, you'll get a bunch of starter items, you'll get some gold, you'll get some crystals, you'll get Yang automatically. Be sure to add me as well. I don't have a lot of friends on my friends list, so if you add me, I'll accept your friend requests, and if you do the RWBY dungeon, you'll automatically get my level 58 Weiss to use at least one time during your first run, which will help you at least get Cinder. And it's very easy to level up, I promise. Do the story mode. do the story mode, do your daily missions, and the game will basically play it. The game kind of plays itself for a little bit, because the story mode is what allows and enables you to kind of level up like characters like Theo and Rebecca and stuff like that. They give you a lot of stuff to kind of get started with right out the gate. You get Yang automatically, and if you beat the Advert dungeon, you get Cinder. And if you add people on your friends list who play the game, who have like high ranked characters, then they can also carry you until you're able to carry yourself. But with all of that said, I just want to say once again, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this overview, this playthrough of the Knights Chronicle X RWBY collaboration event. For those of you who have been playing it, let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. For those of you who are going to be checking it out, let me know how far you guys get. If any of you guys ended up getting all of the RWBY characters, what your thoughts of the game are overall, everything else in between. But that's it for me. I love this game. I enjoy it. I'm level 52 right now. I have a thriving guild. I'm going through the rest of the story mode missions and seeing how the story unfolds with Theo and everything else like that. The collaboration's been great. I have all of the RWBY girls that I could want. And you know, I'm excited to see what other collaborations they have. Hopefully they do more RWBY stuff like this in the future. And you know, it's been fun overall for me too, to kind of help promote the game, to spread the word, to get everybody else involved. And hopefully this kind of serves in some way, shape, or form if there's someone out there who has not heard about this game, somehow has not heard of this game and wants to check it out. It's free, it's on iOS, it's on Android, it's on mobile, it's very accessible, and it's fun more than anything, especially coming from me, aside from the RWBY influence of it all. But that's all I have to say. Thank you guys once again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave any thoughts you guys have in the comment section, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.